Now that we have our application created, we need to go to internet, and first we need to set up Firebase account. If you don't have one, go ahead to firebase.com and sign up with Firebase. Since I have an account, I'm going to log in. As soon as you log in, you are going to see this dashboard and with your applications already created. For this time, you are going to have just my first app here. If this is the first time you are logging into Firebase, just click on the Create New App. Type your application name. I have called mine a Quick Chat application, but keep in mind that Firebase doesn't allow you to create many applications with the same name. So as you are typing the application name, for example, chat, Firebase tells you that this application name is not available. So you can write something like my chat app or whatever you want. Just as soon as it gets the name that is available, you can create your application. I'm not going to create an application since I have already created an application which is called Quick Chat application. So if I tab on it, it will take me to my application. And here in Firebase, right now we are not going to do anything. Just make sure that you create an account and create a Firebase application. Then we are going to move to Backendless. Backendless is something like parse. If you were using parse, you know that the parse no longer exists. They are closing down, so I decided to use Backendless instead of parse. Backendless is going to give us an option where to save our users, to manage the login and push notifications of our users. And Firebase is really where all the rest of the action is going to happen. All our chats will be here, all our images, our map locations will be everything in Firebase. So in Backendless, let's go and sign up if you don't have an account, or just log in. I'm going to log in. And same thing with Firebase in Backendless, we are going to create an application. In order to create an application, as soon as you log in, you are going to see this view here. There is a Create App button up here. Just tap on it and put your application name. Unlike the Firebase, here you can put any name, and there is no problem with the name is already is used, unless you have the application name used yourself. So I have created one Quick Chat application. I'm going to tab on it, and here we can see some information that how many users we have and what the application is getting used. Right now we are not going to use any of this. We are going to click on SDK download. It will open a download part of Backendless, and here we have some instructions how to download and install Backendless SDK. So we click on Backendless SDK iOS and Mac. This will download the SDK to your downloads folder. I'm not going to download it right now because I have already downloaded it. Just click on Quick Start Guide next to my iOS and OS X. In Quick Start Guide, the Backendless will take us step by step how to set up the Backendless iOS SDK. So in first step we have a login. We have done this, so download Backendless SDK. Since we have clicked it, it should be downloading for us now. So we can move to the step 3, which is a create new iOS application. We already have one created, so we can pass this step as well. And the fourth step is the copy lib directory from the SDK to our project folder. So let's go and do this. I have copied the Backendless SDK to my desktop here, and let's go and open it. We have the lib folder here. I'm going to copy it, and in my quick chat project, I'm just click and paste it here. Once we have lib folder here, we can go to Backendless and continue reading. So the step 5, it says in Xcode, open the build phases and link the following binaries. And we have 3 binaries here that we have to link to our Xcode libraries that will help Backendless to function correctly. So let's copy the first one, which is system configuration. Let's go to our Xcode project. Remember to open our workspace and not the Xcode quick chat. So we open the workspace. I'm going to open the project here. Click on the project head here. Go to build phases. Let's close this to have a better view. And we are going to use link binaries and libraries. Here we have the plus sign. We just tap and we can search what libraries we want to include in our project. Just paste the system configuration, and there is only one system configuration framework we have, so click add. Then we go back to Backendless and copy the other one as well. So this is the lib SQLite 3. Let's come back to our Xcode plus and paste this text. And we are going to select the lib SQLite 3, not the 3.0. Add this one as well. And finally we have one more, which is libz. Copy it, click the plus sign and click paste it and add the libz to our project. Once we are done with this step, let's go back to Backendless and see what else we need to do. In step 7, it says we need to import the file that we copied to our project. You remember the lib file we copied to our project in step number 4. So we are going to our Xcode. We create file, add files to, and our application name. And here we are going to navigate to our desktop and to our quick chat. Let's see where it is. Here it is, quick chat, and we are going to select the lib folder. And make sure it doesn't say copy itself if needed, and it has the mark create groups, as you can see in Backendless. Here we have a picture what we are going to include and settings what we need to select. So let's select the required create groups and click add. And in our project folder we have a folder called lib right now. Let's go back to Backendless and see what else we are required to do before we can start using Backendless. So in step 9, it says in build settings, we are going to do some changes and we are going to add a library search path. And we are going to add these two values in our search path. So let's go to our Xcode. As you can see, the picture here is pretty helpful from Backendless. So let's go to our project. In quick chat, we are going to select the build settings. And we are going to search for search paths here. So not to go through all of this structure here, you can use search and we say search paths. And here it brings us the search path. And in our search paths, let's go and see what we need to do. So in library search path, we are going to include these two. So let's copy the first one. Let's go to our library search path, double tap on it, and it will open this box for us. So we can add another destination here, but there is a plus and minus button. As you can see, inherited, that we are going to include, it's already there, so we are not going to use this. We are going to copy the second one, sorry, and we are going to add the second one. So we click on plus mark, we are going to paste it and click enter. As you can see in Backend-less, here on inheritance it says non-recursive, and on the project dir lib, where our library is, it says recursive. So let's go and change it from non-recursive to recursive. Click enter, and that's it. Let's go back to our Backend-less website and see what else we need to do. And it says, once all the dependencies are imported, your project layout should look like the below picture. So let's go and see if our project layout looks like it. So we have our lib, and then we have our frameworks. Our project looks a bit different because these frameworks that we include, it went automatically to our framework folder. So we have libz, libsq, lite3, and system configuration, and our lib folder up here. So let's scroll down, and here it says what we are going to need in order to import the Backend-less header. Since Backend-less is written in Objective-C and we are using a Swift, there is a function or method in Xcode that helps us to use the libraries that written in Objective-C in Swift. In order to do this, we are going to create a header file, and in this header file we are going to link all this Objective-C code, and this way we will be able to use this Objective-C code with our Swift. Since Backend-less already has the header file in their iOS SDK, all we need to do is just tell the Xcode where the header file location is. So let's go to step 13. We are going to copy this, and here down below, as you can see in build settings, there is an Objective-C bridge header, and the Backend-less wants us to change the value on point to the current bridging header location. So let's go to our Xcode project, and in build settings we are going to look for the Swift compiler. So if we type in our search Swift, we are going to get the Swift compiler. And here in bridging header, if we open this drop down menu and double tap in front of it in bridging header, here we can paste our copied text where the bridging header location is, and just tap enter and make sure that all this debugger and release is populated with our bridging header location. So let's see where our bridging header is. It's in users, your username, desktop, your chat name. There is a folder lib, correct. There is a Backend-less. Let's open and see if there is a Backend-less. Yes, there is a Backend-less folder, and there is a Backend-less bridging header file. So let's check here. In includes, so let's go to Backend-less, includes, and we should find here a Backend-less bridging header file, which is this one. I have tested it, and turns out that the Backend-less bridging header doesn't really work for some reason, but they have Backend-less bridging with media, Backend-less with media bridging header, which includes also media service of Backend-less. We are not going to use the media service, but for some reason, when I was testing, the media header worked and the Backend-less header didn't work. So in this case, I'm going to just copy the bridging media header, and I'm going to use this as my bridging file and not the one backendless suggests. Let's just remove the last part in our text and paste it here. Click enter. If you scroll down a little bit in backendless, actually, it says here if you are planning to use the backendless media, you can copy the media bridging file with media. So we could just copy this, but it doesn't matter since we have already changed our file name. To make sure that everything works, let's just go to close our lib folder here and just let's build our project, which is Command B. It will take some time and start building, and if there are any errors or other missing files, it will show us. So the building is succeeded. Looks like we don't have any errors. We have only some warnings here, but this is not critical. Unless the error is in red, you can skip it. So let's go to our backendless and see what else we need to finish our setup. In step 15, it says get the backendless application secret key from the backendless console. So we have a picture here. Let's go to our backendless. This is our application, quick chat, and let's see where we have to go. We have to go to manage and in app settings. So let's click on manage. We are in app settings, and here we have an application ID and a secret key, one for Android, for iOS, for Java, for Windows. What we need now is the application ID for our application, which is one for all different platforms. Let's copy this and let's go to quick start guide and see what we are going to do. It says that we need to copy the application ID and the iOS secret key, and in our file, in our AppDelegate file, which is this one, in our project, we need to do the initial setup of backendless here. So let's go to backendless and see what we are going to do. It says in AppDelegate, in a function did finish launching with options, we are going to initialize our backendless application here with the app ID, with secret key, and with the version num. Here we have the Objective-C code and the Swift code. We are going to copy the Swift code, so let's copy these parameters. Let's go back to our AppDelegate, and here on top of view, I'm going to paste this. Here, as you can see, the app ID is your application ID and secret key is your application iOS secret key. Let's go to our application here. We are going to copy the application ID and paste it here. And then we are going to copy our iOS secret key and paste it as the iOS secret key here. And the version number, which says version 1, is our application version. As you can see, the backendless here in our application, it has a version 1. We can create a new version if we want to, and in a new version, the application can have different functionality, different settings than in version 1. So the version 1 and version 1.1 can be different. We are not going to bother about this because we are going to use the version 1 only. So let's go to quick start guide and see what else we need to start working with backendless. So here it says indeed finish launching with options. We are going to initialize the backendless. Let's copy this code. Let's go back to our AppDelegate, and in our application did finish launching with options, we are going to paste the code here. So it says backendless init app, and we are using the app ID from the top, secret key from the top, and the version num, again the version num from the top. And here it says if you are going to use the backendless media service, just uncheck the below code. We are not going to use it, so we just delete this. Let's go to backendless and see what else we have left for our application. And at this point, the client application setup is completed and the app is ready to communicate with the backendless. Here we have some extra code that will help us to create a backendless instance. We can run some tests, but all this code we are going to do in our next lecture.